before I joined this.
Hey, everybody. Hey, welcome to Rational Passions Reacts to Bethesda's E3 2017 press conference. It's way too late for this shit. Yes. I'm Alex O'Neill. With me in the room is Nato Johnson.
I'm here.
It's one in the morning for you guys, right?
Yeah, it's 12:53 right now. What podcast would I front you from? From OK Anime? That's what it's called, right?
OK Anime, yes. The #1 beast podcast of all time.
#1.
I'll show you a beast podcast. It's mad. Joining us also, Tony Hobart.
Oh, there he is.
Scott Guthier is in the Google Hangout.
Yeah,
but that does not necessarily mean Scott Guthier is here with us. Hey, guys, we are here to talk about Bethesda's E3 showcase. A hot 37 minutes of content.
That was good. It was in and out.
Yeah, it was tight, man.
It was in and out like an 18-year-old, just done.
Like, they had Pete Hines up on stage for a total of 3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
A lady. I know for a fact that Scott Guthier is at his computer right now. I have evidence that he's definitely there, but I don't know why he can't speak or hear us.
I accidentally opened a Pokemon trading card game online on my brother's computer right now, and I'm very, very scared.
Yeah.
Yes, I'd like to quit. So we're going to talk about Bethesda's E3 conference, and I think, oh God, I'm getting Nate disease.
Don't die.
Nate's been coughing all weekend. It's been very upsetting.
Vegas killed me.
Afterwards, I think Nato and I are going to share our maybe our thoughts on Microsoft's press conference. We did miss that.
I'm happy to stick around and bounce ideas off you guys if you want.
Yeah.
There's a reaction to that Namashin, Tony, Scott, and Logan did with a couple of special guests as well, which was super great. I didn't think ahead to solicit some guests for this, but hopefully we will have folks for Ubisoft, and I know we'll have some people for Sony tomorrow.
When is your Ubisoft tomorrow?
It's like 3 p.m. our time,
okay.
I think.
And Sony? 9.
Sony's, 9 our time.
Okay.
6 Pacific. So, Bethesda, late show this year, the 9 p.m. Pacific. A nice 9 p.m. for you, Tony, but...
yeah, feeling lit. Yeah,
it started at midnight here. Kick things off with a very, very cute video.
Wait, just one question.
Oh, yeah.
How was it like being an Australian watching E3 for once?
Yeah, fair enough, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I didn't plan on sleeping. We didn't plan on sleeping anyway. We actually planned to not sleep.
Yes, we did.
Tonight?
Yeah, tonight, Nate and I are, this is very romantic, a little aside here. Nate and I are going to, at 5 in the morning, go to a lake nearby and watch the sunrise together.
Oh, cool. I've been to that lake many times.
Yeah, like a bunch of cute boys.
I'll take requested fan fiction if you want to write it into either IP or 4
Do you want to like lay on the bed of the lake or like on the side of the lake? And
not in the bed.
Do you want me to
drowning?
Do you want me to like look up some Naruto Hinata fan fiction? Like smut, and then just
as reference material.
Replace all instances of Naruto with Nato, and replace all instances of Hinata with Alex O'Neill.
That sounds good.
You are a soft, beautiful warrior of an ancient tribe. So.
Yeah, and I'm very kind and kind-hearted, and my eyes are white.
And I'm crazy.
Or like an Avatar: The Last Airbender /fic, and replace all instances of Sokka with Nato, and all instances of Aang with Alex. You know.
I haven't necessarily dived deep on those fan fictions.
Me either, but I kind of want to.
So
now.
The Bethesda conference.
So Nato and I are gonna sit on the shore of the lake and reenact a scene from Moonlight.
Nice.
Hand jobs.
What are we even waiting here for? Let's start going now.
So Bethesda started their show with a very cute video. Someone in the live chat's like, I clicked on this video at the wrong time. They started a very cute video with the kids of many of the developers at their many studios, kind of saying like, I don't know, what are your parents doing? Like, they make video games. And it's really cool. It was super cute. Stop playing our video.
I'm trying to get
while
into the live
you're on
chat.
our video.
Because I was trying to be a good host and check out the live chat.
I got it up. Don't worry.
All right. I can't see it from this angle.
Here, I'll turn it on.
Oh, there we go. Oh, a bit of Dylan. Oh, Dylan.
So I thought it was a very sweet video. Bethesda's always very good about showing their team and their developers. Like last year, they did like the big live stream, or supposedly live stream, where it showed all the different studios and groups together, which I thought was super sweet. Yeah, I don't know. I like that. It was a good heartwarming open to it, and kind of like we alluded to earlier, it's a very tight show. They hit the ground running.
In and out.
In and out. I'm gonna see if I can pull up a list so we can get the order of operations here correct. What do they start with? They start with VR, right?
Yeah. Yep. Let's give it a little bit of Doom first.
Tony, do you think you would like Fallout 4 more if it were in VR?
No.
Really? Hmm.
Because I feel like it would just suffer from like shitty movement controls, just like every other VR game does.
It looks like a free running one. That one.
Yeah,
While the Doom one looks like the click and point.
Yeah, Doom is like a grab and pull yourself to a position.
But it looks like the game slows down when you go to the move. So it looks like it runs at normal speed, like Doom, like pow 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 speed until you do the movement, and then it looked like it slowed down a lot when that was happening.
Yeah, I don't know, like Doom is a little high octane for me to want to ever do in VR, but like
Oh man, that's all me.
I do like the idea of like exploring a Fallout-esque world, like a true Bethesda Soft Studios-esque world with VR. I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
I agree, Tony. I don't think that would make Fallout 4 a better game, but
Yeah, it's just a different way to experience the same kind of game that I lost interest in, you know?
yeah, exactly. But I think it is cool that you can explore a big world like that. Just it's the same philosophy of like having Skyrim on Switch.
Yeah.
Having that on the go, it's a very big world. It's a lot to do in that world. If you obviously everyone and their mother has played Skyrim, but if you've not played Skyrim, having it anywhere via the Switch it's a cool way to play that game. Does it include the DLCs? We still don't know.
No, I don't think it does.
I don't think it does either.
I don't think it's the enhanced edition because I think they would have marketed that pretty well if they were like, yeah, this is Fallout. Skyrim enhanced edition.
Yeah,
It's coming. Yeah.
Tony, what does Bethesda need to put in VR for you to want to play a video game all the way through in VR?
All the way in
Osu?
VR. It depends which.
What about Osu in
VR? It would be fucking cool for sure.
I mean,
but
you are VR accessible now. You could get an Oculus.
I certainly
or a
could
Vive.
buy any. I could have access to any of the current VR solutions on the market.
Yeah.
Given infinite money, you know.
Have you considered this at all? I know, like obviously, money is.
It's more of a like thought that crossed my mind. Like, hey, I could do this. You know, it's possible for me to do this. Not I want to do this. You know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of against spending money on a headset until there are games that control in a way that seems actually intuitive to VR.
Yeah, I totally get that.
Well, that's why I hope this Fallout does. It looks like free roaming, like the Minecraft. I've played VR Minecraft, and that is free running as well. And that they gave me the heebie-jeebies straight up.
I'm curious. Like
this is better.
It's still so new, and like people are still exploring different avenues of kind of walking around and maneuvering in VR. So like, I'm really curious to see what options people come up with, like what ideas people come up with.
Yeah.
With VR, and I think Bethesda is one of those studios. I'd like to see them take they're doing two different things with Doom VR and Fallout 4 VR, like two different movement styles and control styles. So I'm curious to see like how that stuff pans out. So they're trying stuff. I appreciate that. Both those things and everything in the Bethesda showcase is coming out this year.
Yeah,
which is worth noting. I know a lot of people are
super cool.
The kind of general temperature off of Twitter is like, man, what a disappointment that was. But it's like, I don't know, Bethesda showed like 8 games and they're all coming out this year.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool.
I don't think every press conference has to be an absolute banger for the company, you know?
Yeah, like Bethesda, like
they've had 2 years of bangers. Like we thought we were going to get 1 year out of them.
Like if you're comparing to Microsoft is a big, soft platform developer with a bunch of third parties and everything. They're just showing like their first party shit. If their studios aren't making it, why is it going to be at their press conference? You know?
Yeah, I mean, like Bethesda is a more prolific publisher than I think we expected, especially when they started doing E3 press conferences 2 years ago. And I think like keeping it, like you don't have a lot of games to show, so we're not going to take a lot of time. The end. Yeah. Like I think that's cool.
I've seen the criticism that they should have just not done one, but they showed it off enough.
Yeah, I mean, like I think it's fair to say it feels like they felt that they had to do a show.
And Bethesda Land. We wouldn't have got a Bethesda Land.
Bethesda Land was cool. It was a good bit.
It was a good bit.
If we were going to reference the inside joke, a good bit from my trip to San Francisco, and I'm sure this was brought to Las Vegas as well.
Yeah.
Then it was a good bit. It was fun. It was jolly. Jolly as hell. NATO was jolly as hell.
So jolly.
They announced new Dishonored 2 DLC, where you're playing as Megan Foster. It's one of the main characters from Dishonored 2. It seems to be like a prequel, because she's got like a robot arm and like a super eye. She got powers and stuff, and she rescues Dowd, who is the protagonist of the DLC to Dishonored 1, and they are going to try and kill the Outsider, who is the godlike creature who gives everyone their powers in the Dishonored universe. Very exciting. I thought this looked phenomenal. It's coming out in September. I'm a big fan of Dishonored 2. I would love to play more Dishonored 2.
Yeah, I gotta give it a go.
Yeah,
I haven't played 2
It's
yet.
very good. Do you like the Deus Ex style games?
Yeah.
It is like
I liked 1.
yeah, it is like a better one of those.
It just...
I
felt like I didn't need any more after I'd finished 1.
That's fair. I like it is more of that. It's like more refined.
I know, that's
it's
why
smarter
I
and
stayed away from it,
and
because
better
it looked
built.
very similar but better.
Yeah. So like I think when you come to it, I think if you go in with that expectation,
Yeah.
you'll be all right. And if you're
Just
like,
gotta get it done before Destiny.
if you're hankering for that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, there's all this downtime now where we haven't really got the biggest games coming out until the big season, so this might be the time that I start playing these kind of games.
Did you, Tony, during Microsoft, did you guys talk about Shadow of War getting like quietly delayed?
No, we didn't touch on that.
Yeah, so it was like originally going to come out in the summer, and now it's coming out October like 17th or something.
I think that's totally fine.
Yeah, it's fine. I just like I was excited for that to be a nice summer game because it seems like a pretty big game. It'd be nice to just have something to chew on in the summer. Yeah, but yeah, that's fine. Like that game will do fine. It looks good. So, Tony, any love for Dishonored? Still?
No, not really.
What about Elder Scrolls Legends?
Yeah, I mean, that was cool.
Card game.
There's a Skyrim expansion coming to Elder Scrolls Legends. Heroes of Skyrim. It's a fucking card game, y'all.
Everyone
Yeah.
loves
So this is the second card game they've shown, Tony.
2.
That bet's getting tight. Sony's just going to show 7 card games.
Imagine if it's just
Wait,
all card
that
games
was
minus
just one
Spider-Man.
card game, so I already won it.
Spider-Man's now a card game.
Well, I don't remember who bet. Like I think I bet like 6 card games.
I think I did too.
What? That was a bet that you asked me. Will there be a card game? Yes or no? And I said yes.
I thought that was like a numerical one.
No, it was just literally, hey Tony, is there going to be a card game shown at any event? And I said yes.
Yeah, okay. I'm trying to think whose bet that was, if it was mine or Nobishan's. I don't remember. I don't have my
But it
phone.
was Nobishan's because you don't remember.
Yeah, it's very likely. Have you tried Elder Scrolls Legends? Is that game out?
I don't actually know.
It's going to be out by the end of this month because they're putting out an expansion on June 29th. So I hope it's out. If it is not out and they're putting out expansions for it, it's starting to become Ark Survival Evolved.
Maybe
So,
it's a soft reboot.
yeah. Heroes of Skyrim, the very soft.
Soft relaunch. Sorry, not
There you
reboot.
go. Okay, there you go.
Relaunch,
Relaunch. It is the A Realm Reborn of the Elder Scrolls Legends. Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah.
Um,
Well, it's pretty much Elder Scrolls Online. They had a soft relaunch as well back in the day.
You gonna check out that expansion, Tony? Do you gonna try and get more cards?
Yeah, so
Yeah, you have to. As our resident card expert,
I mean,
Kexpert.
probably
He doesn't even
not.
like Yu-Gi-Oh anymore.
Yeah, you don't even like Yu-Gi-Oh. You're just such a fake gamer boy.
No, that's fine.
It's a
I'll
fake-
play something.
fake
I played something for a
comic
while
boy.
because someone asked me to, and then get bored of it, so I stopped. It
Okay.
seems like anything. Sounds like basically everyone who plays video games.
So how are you going to start rivalries in the middle of Cans? I don't know the chicken shop. What's it called? God.
I don't know what the
Canes?
fuck you're saying.
Canes. Yeah. How are you going to start
Oh
rivalries
yeah,
in
that
the
was
middle
super
of
weird.
Canes?
Side note: when Nato was here, we ate at Canes. There were people who like played at one of the shops that we played Yu-Gi-Oh at that came in after us, and
There
they
was
kept
some
like
major
giving us
shades
looks.
thrown.
Yeah.
Apparently, Devolver Digital's conference is going on. I forgot about that.
Oh shit.
It's all right. We'll watch it afterwards. We'll watch the instant replay. Yeah, I don't know. Fucking Skyrim's coming to Switch. It has amiibo support. Let's get the Master Sword in Skyrim.
You can get the link. You can get the sword. Oh, and the chest.
You can get Epona.
Oh.
I thought that was Epona. I don't know for sure.
No.
I can't confirm. I don't know. It's fine. Did they say when that's coming out? Let me see. I want to pull up this GameSpot.com article. Blah, blah, blah. It's written by Callie Plaguey.
Ooh, yeah.
So let's see. No, I'm not seeing a date here.
No, I didn't see dates either.
Well, you can use motion controls with Skyrim.
Yeah, didn't you see when he was like putting up the Joy-Con remote? It was bringing up the shield.
Yeah, no,
and
I
then he
saw.
swung. Yeah, yeah,
I took it all in.
yeah.
I mean, I won't play that way, but there you go.
It's good that it's there.
Again, I appreciate Bethesda fully embracing Nintendo.
Oh,
They have amiibo support. They have motion controls. Bethesda's a fucking straight up Nintendo company now.
it is.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, it's good.
Even the cutesy little intro. Oh my god, are they Nintendo?
Yeah, Bethesda is Nintendo. Twist.
It's like pulls off its mouth. You dastardly kids, you foiled me again. It pulls off its head. It's like Miyamoto or something.
It's a terrifying Evil Within monster. Speaking of Evil Within, I could segue into that. I did want to say quickly, Skyrim on Switch is good because it establishes a relationship between Bethesda and Nintendo.
Yeah.
Which leaves room for them to put out cool stuff.
Exactly.
Like Fallout Shelter on Switch would be cool. Something like that, you know. It leaves room for them to bring their less intensive graphics intensive games to Switch, and that's rad. Evil Within 2 was finally announced. Worst kept secret of the video games industry. Not really, but it looks fucking crazy.
Holy moly! It makes me want to go play number one.
Yeah, it
like
does-
I
it
had
does
no
make me wanna play
interest
one.
after playing like a demo of number one. I was no interest whatsoever. But this one, the movement looks fluid. It doesn't look janky and Resident Evil 1 and 2ish. I know
Yeah.
you said it looked like 4, but it was really 1 and 2 to me.
Okay.
That's how bad it felt.
Okay.
I don't know whether that was the demo or whether they
Graphically, it looked a lot better too. It looked like there was a lot better textures and things like that.
Exactly.
It looked fucking spoopy. Were you spooked, Tony?
So spooked.
All the spoops.
There was a giant pile of arms with a camera for a face. It was very alarming.
It was kinky.
It was hot. There was a lot of cream, like white
A
cream.
lot of white cream.
I'm into white cream.
There's some cream
But you call it
dreams.
heavy whipping cream?
Yeah, it was very heavy. There's some cream dreams during that that little showcase. It comes out Friday the 13th, October 13th.
Yep.
Again, very cool to just see that announced. And it's like, it's coming out this fall. We'll see it soon. And again, they didn't show a lot of gameplay too. There's a lot left to see of that game. I'm sure we'll probably see some demos as the press
pretty
covers
excited.
E3.
I'm actually really
But yeah, I'm
excited.
very interested. I was like,
That is my big one for this conference.
Evil Within was like one of those games. When I played it, I'm like, there's clearly so much potential, and it's very much like they're laying the groundwork and trying to figure out what ideas they have. And just like with Dishonored, I saw Dishonored as a game that had a lot of potential to grow, which they did with the DLC. And from what I've heard, Evil Within's DLC was actually very good as well. So seeing sequels to these games that maybe didn't do super well, especially Dishonored 2 definitely didn't do super well, but I'm excited to see Bethesda out there making moves, making new games. They showed Quake Champions, which whatever. It's a hero shooter.
Yeah.
I've never been a Quake person, so I feel
I
like
liked Quake, the single player games.
okay. So I mean, Quake is the multiplayer game. I feel like a Quake person should tell me whether or not Quake Champions look good. There's BJ Blazkowicz is in that game.
Yeah.
Sure.
Tony's the esport guy.
Tony, you like esports.
You love
I like when
You're-
people force esports on the stage.
Would you say that you are a registered esports shoutcaster?
I think he is.
No. I have no registration.
You have no registration. You are an unofficial esports.
Honestly, the only
shoutcaster.
one in this group who has esports commentating experience would be you and Scott.
It's true. Scott left also. Scott is no longer
No,
here.
he
hasn't for a
bailed
while.
100% out of it.
Yeah, he left 45 minutes
He
ago.
was like, I got caught
Well,
red-handed,
this
and now I'm
group,
gonna
I mean, Irrational Passions as a podcast.
To be fair, the reason we don't have a lot of guests for this is because it's just ungodly late.
Yeah.
Yes.
We should have picked some Australian ones, to be honest.
That's true.
They're all up. They're all tweeting
1
me right
PM,
now and
yeah.
messaging me. That's
Just
why
get-
I
get
keep
Jono
looking at
over
my
here.
phone. Yeah. Ooh. Bit of Jono action.
Let me tell you, hey, buddy, what do you think about Bethesda? Quake Champions looks fine. The beta is live again. It's going to be a competition at QuakeCon this August for $1 million prize pool, which is crazy. There's going to be a new Wolfenstein game. It's just called Wolfenstein 2,
Yeah.
which is weird.
No, it had a name after
Well,
it.
New Colossus, yeah,
New
but
Colossus.
it's just weird that it's called Wolfenstein 2, because there was a game, a Wolfenstein reboot then Wolfenstein: The New Order, then Wolfenstein: The Old Age or whatever that DLC expansion was, and now Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus.
Were you a big fan? Original Wolfenstein?
So, like OG Wolfenstein or Wolfenstein: New Order?
New Order.
I liked Wolfenstein: The New Order. I'll tell you, so to abbreviate, because we had a big Game of the Year discussion about it, I like the juxtaposition of that game really, really didn't work for me. Because like you're walking around.
I remember you when we were watching, he's like, I didn't like BJ.
BJ I really disliked. Because like you're walking around that world and it's like super somber and like there's a lot of really well done like alternate timeline dark history. But then BJ Blazkowicz is like walking up to Nazis in beds like, I'm gonna come in your brain. And
nearly like Duke Nukem. He's like new Duke Nukem.
Yeah, and it's like supposed to be like dark humor, but I'm like, you are like a terrible human. And like it like I'm all for kill Nazis, they suck, blah 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 thing, but like it felt so self-indulgent, if that's the right way to say it, that like I don't know, just like it was so every time BJ Blazkowicz made a joke about how cool it was to or how great he felt killing Nazis in that game, I felt it was just like yeah, look at me killing these Nazis that took over the world and I'm a good guy.
I was a bit sad because it still has that kind of feel.
It definitely has
in
that
the
kind
new
of feel.
trailer as well.
And like it seems like they're kind of evening it out to be more humorous and more like satirical, which I think would at least be more even for me because like all the characters are like a little crazy, where I felt they were a little bit more toned back in New Order, grounded-ish,
in a world where Nazis
won World War II,
and
and robots happened. So like. I think it came across as more even. That trailer, like, it was very weird. It was very weirdly cut. It was all over the place, jumping back and forth between different scenes. And then it just showed a bunch of gameplay continuously at the end. Like, there's, like, that one scene in the dead center in the middle of that trailer where he's just static, not moving characters sitting in a diner, and, like, there's a whole dialogue that happens in front of you. And I bet in context that scene is really poignant.
But it was, like,
very out of
weird.
context. Yeah. And then it, like, just jumped to something completely different. So like I think New Order was well done. It was a very good playing video game. I thought it was too long, but it was a good playing video game. So I'm excited to see what they've learned. I feel like Machine Games' approach to humor and juxtaposition just doesn't do anything for me.
No, it doesn't do anything. Like it looks good because like it was blowing up. People like Wolfenstein. So people are enjoying it. It just it wasn't mine or yours. Thing.
Yeah, I mean, like, I know a lot of people are going to play that game and say, like, because I just, like, so many people were throwing around, like, that was the best first-person shooter campaign of that year, and I thought Titanfall 2 was much better.
No, I was Doom.
It came out the year before Doom.
Oh. Well, Titanfall...
2015? It might have been 2014, actually.
You said Titanfall 2, did you?
Yeah. So I was definitely wrong.
That's what I mean. That's why I was like...
What was it? There was, like, one first-person shooter that came out that year.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Oh, definitely Call of Duty.
Super COD.
How did we forget that?
Battlefield Hardline. No, definitely not that one. No, I remember there was like a campaign that came out that year that I thought was much better.
I think it was more just the, like, how would you call it? Nearly like the bait and switch. Like, everyone expected it to be, like... Bad. So when it was good, everyone was like, whoa.
It's just like, I feel like that game did not earn its praises, and I don't think as a whole paced campaign, it wasn't very good. I thought it was rough around the edges. I thought it was good, but I thought
it was a benefit of bad expectations.
Yes. And it just that game worked for so many people where it just didn't work for me. The style of it.
Yeah.
And it just this new one looks like a lot more of that. And I'm excited for the people that are excited that liked the
if you like the
New Order
last one, you're gonna fucking love this one.
Yeah, it seems like way up your alley.
Yeah.
It's just like it kind of makes me sad because I wish they had maybe been able to build it in a way that would have brought me in or gotten me excited.
Yeah.
It's just not right now. And that was it. That was kind of like what they closed out on.
Wham bam, thank you, man.
Yep.
Well done.
And that's coming out end of October, 27th, I believe.
Yep. All this year.
Which is rad. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Anyone complaining about it? At least it was a whole show. Like nobody does that. Like nobody. The big consoles don't do it. The other publisher companies don't do it. Bethesda.
Just curious, Tony, because like it seems like none of these games necessarily appeal directly to you.
Not really.
But what did you think of the show as a whole?
I think the show was good. I like that it was short and sweet, and they showed the games that are relevant this year.
Yep.
And that's it. That's all they needed to do. So I'm not disappointed in it at all. I would have been more disappointed if they just showed a bunch of shit that's going to come out in a couple years.
Yeah. Like Elder Scrolls.
Like Sony
I
is
feel
going
like
to tomorrow night.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of like the salt and stuff online about it is just people not really knowing what they want, because they were going to complain regardless, even if it was the other way around.
Yeah. Exactly.
Why didn't you give us any release dates this year? Or why'd you show the majority of games that were not releasing this year?
If they showed Elder Scrolls 6, that is exactly... Everyone would freak out at first, go, oh my god, it's Elder Scrolls 6! But then they're like, oh, it's 3-4 years away.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, Bethesda's making Elder Scrolls 6. They probably have a date in mind or a window in mind.
Yep.
They could have announced it here, but like they didn't want to, because they're like, we have been rewarded by the fact that we announce games the year that they come out, or within months of when they come out, and it's worked for us.
Especially
and we're going to keep doing it.
They're big guns.
Like Doom was the only game that came out like far out from when they like first fully unveiled it. It was 11 months, so it still wasn't even a full year. And like that's the only one that sticks in my head. So like I would imagine like Elder Scrolls 6 probably coming out 2019 if I did take a guess. And they'll probably announce it summer of 2019 and say, like, it's coming out this fall. And people will be fucking blown away by that. And that's cool. Like, it's cool that Bethesda has put themselves in a position where they can do that.
Yeah.
And still have a show like this where they have 2 brand new games coming out that we didn't know for sure about before now. And they teased New Colossus last year. Like, it was literally the most minimal teaser they can do by just saying New Colossus. And then they announce it and it's coming out this year.
So the quick question is, are we getting another Bethesda conference next year as well? Because every year we think we're not going to get another one, and then we do.
At this point, I am like, they've done it 3 years in a row now, so I'm going to just assume that they're going to continue to do it.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
No, I have no idea what they would announce, but we'll see. You know,
Elder Scrolls 6.
I guess Prey was also a game they announced 11 months ahead of time.
Yeah.
So.
Well, they can't just announce everything within a 6 months bracket, because then everything's coming out within 6 months and they compete against each other.
This time, they didn't announce anything that is presumably May of next year.
Yeah.
Which is a first.
Which is a little scary as well, because that means all their games are coming out close-ish together and competing against everything else that's coming out.
But I think they'll be, honestly, I think they'll be all right.
Yeah.
And like next year, they could probably announce a new Doom.
Whoa.
Yeah. So.
God, I'd love that.
Yeah. Doom 2 again.
Is there enough time? No?
Probably not. Like, I'd say they'll probably want to take their time with that one. Especially because Doom was so good.
Yeah. Really good.
They're probably going to want to be like, hey, let's make the multiplayer actually worthwhile this
like
time.
The way people talk about Wolfenstein is the way I talk about
Yeah,
Doom.
me too.
Yeah.
Doom worked for me.
Oh, yeah.
Because that game leans into its humor and what it does. It's not juxtaposed. It's not two very different things contrasting.
Yeah.
It just is what it is, and it's beautiful. So just to throw a little thoughts out here as to, so Nate and I watched the Microsoft briefing while you guys were doing your reacts to it. Which if you haven't watched that, you should go watch that. I just want to kind of throw our thoughts and feeling. We were both pretty positive on it.
Yeah, I was as well.
Yeah, I thought like they had like 6 games that really spoke to me. I thought, and a lot of them were indies, like which
PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Like I wrote up my kind of thoughts and feelings. Like Xbox Game Preview, them being able to do early access on their platform
means they get to pick off some of Steam's early access games.
Yeah, and like Sony doesn't do that, and they've like pretty much forbidden on their platform. And heaven knows, like that could change tomorrow.
Because like the one I told you, Elite Dangerous, that's been out for nearly 4 years. I think what was the first year they announced their game preview program?
That was last year.
Xbox?
I think so.
No.
It was either last year or 2 years ago.
It's 2015, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because I got the Long Dark on that. Yeah, it was 2 years ago because last year their big one was We Happy Few.
We Happy Few. So yeah, they've had that game Elite Dangerous on Xbox for 2 years now. And I think it's only just coming to PlayStation this year.
Yeah. So like when PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds has its full release, and they talked about it as if that would be next year, although Tony, you can speak to whether or not that's realistic or not. It sounds like when it has its full release, it'll come to PS4 and Xbox One. But Xbox One having that game preview early access program they get stuff like PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds early, and that's cool. Like, obviously, it's going to be very rough around the edges when it comes out, I'm sure, but
I like to see how everything runs, like button wise.
Yeah,
is how I'm thinking. I think it's going to work. There's not too many buttons that can't be mapped to an Xbox controller and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a good get. Like, that's a really good get. You know, it's also a good get, Tony. Fucking Black Desert Online.
Yes.
Yeah, right. That's so funny.
It's so because we spent 35 minutes talking about it the night before.
Yeah, dude. I was telling the option. I am ahead of Microsoft. Like,
yeah,
I fucking predicted this in my sleep and didn't even know it.
I'm gonna make so many fucking anime characters.
Hell yeah.
You guys all wait and see. And I was asking, like, hey, is this something I can play on a controller? It's cool to see.
And
a
that
game
was
like that come to a console.
It does have full baked-in controller supports.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like it's cool to see that because that just the console platform is that much more accessible to so many people. So yeah, I think that's rad.
So the rise of Drongo Nate on Xbox
Drongo
One.
Nate,
Drongo
Xbox
Nate.
One. Nate and I are gonna be out there fucking shit up on Black Desert Online.
Maybe fucking each other.
Yeah, maybe fucking each other.
Yeah.
I thought the price is a bummer, right? Just because it's not $399.
Yeah.
But like,
because I think man, now I have to look it up. I think it's 649. I think we're getting it in Australia.
Yeah. You looked that up. So like, it's not a disappointment to me though, because it's what I expected.
Yeah.
I don't think you can be disappointed by your own expectation.
No, because that's literally the price. Oh no, it's actually. I think that's about the price of a 1070 graphics card in Australia. So the price of the graphics card in my PC is the price of the whole Xbox One X. So
yeah.
It's, as I had a slight argument with somebody, it's not for a person that has a PC already. If you've got a PC, that's why they have the Play Anywhere program. You'll get the Xbox games because they know they're not going to... There's nothing that's going to be able to drag you off a PC if you've got a PC to come to an Xbox One X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, like this conference, the games in this conference were for someone like Tony, but the Xbox One X is for someone like me.
Yeah, exactly.
Where I'm not. I would love to be able to drop the 1800 or whatever to build a PC, but like realistically, I know that's probably not happening anytime soon. But 500 is just a much more accessible barrier to entry, even if I don't want to spend $500 either. But like, so like the pitch for Xbox One X, I thought was poor. Just because, like, I feel the same way about PS4 Pro, right?
Yep.
It
was a bit better than PS Pro, but not much better.
I want an Xbox One X more than I want a PS4 Pro by a pretty wide margin, I'll say.
I'm a little disappointed they didn't say anything about VR. They hinted about it last year.
Yeah. Oh no, I was real glad.
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like it's just like the way that they positioned their conference was stronger anyway. I feel it would have been really derailed.
Because that is the one thing that will instantly get me to buy the Xbox One X.
Yeah. And like the Giant Bomb guys brought up that it's possible, that could easily be brought up or positioned at Gamescom as well. But so I thought the pitch for the actual platform was rough, like,
and a bit long.
I
even said to you, like, this is my product. I'm biased towards Xbox, and I'm getting a bit like chugged. In that start section.
In that starting section, but like when they pitched. Hey, these are the games coming to the Xbox platform as a whole. I thought that was a really good, strong pitch to just get an Xbox in general. A lot of exclusives, whether they're timed or not. Like, a lot of exclusives, a lot of premieres, a lot of like
because people forget a lot of 360 games were timed exclusives. They just didn't realize it. Like Mass Effect 1, Bioshock. I'm pretty sure was
Bioshock. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. A lot of these ones that like. No, now you think of it, it's just their multiplayer game, like multi-console games, but they were actually timed exclusives, and they were a lot of the reasons why I got a lot of people to get Xbox 360s back in the day when I was a big Xbox 360 fan.
Yeah, so like I felt good about Microsoft's platform for video games as a whole after that, and I know a lot of people are saying like, I don't know, there's a lot of A to AA games, but not a lot of AAA games.
We had Anthem. Oh. That's all you need.
Anthem was a good show.
Anthem, was cool. Super cool.
Super cool, yeah. Got like so many different kinds of vibes from it that made me very excited.
Everything. Bit of Attack on Titan, bit of...
Yeah, there was a little bit of Attack on...
Titanfall.
Yeah, Titanfall.
Bit of Destiny, bit of Division.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's and like they jumped into a wormhole at the end of that thing. Like, what the fuck do you want from me? I like, and it's good that they saved that for last, and they're like, this is not coming out soon.
Yeah.
But this is cool, and we just wanted to end with a cool thing.
They did say 2018, but it's probably going to be end of 2018.
End of 2018
and
if
may
it hits.
slip into 2019.
It's probably going to slip into 2019.
Yeah. I'm prepared because it looks like it's going to, like, it's not the Destiny killer, but it's going to eat into Destiny time, my Destiny playing time.
And I agree that I don't know if anyone's been saying this, so I don't know if I'm agreeing with anyone, but I think there are definitely a lot more games that are like, hey, early 2018 than I would have liked. But there were a surprising amount of like smaller games that are coming out like in August, like Tacoma and Life is Strange, and then Cuphead in September.
Yep.
Finally, yeah.
Finally.
That I'm very excited about. And like they still have Crackdown 3, which I'll say I'm like more interested in now than I was before. Which
That's about the only one.
It was 0 before. It's like a hot 30% now.
I was about a 50. Now I'm down to about a 40-30.
And that's coming out in November, and they have Forza, which is coming out in October.
Which is sad because I use Crackdown as like when everyone's like, oh, but what games has Microsoft got coming? And I'm like, well, Crackdown. And now I'm like, oh, Crackdown.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Sea of Thieves?
Sea of Thieves, yeah. Looks rad.
Yeah, Sea of Thieves looks like fun.
Yeah.
It appeals to my swashbuckling side.
It looks like a kid MMO. Like, not as in like it's dumbed down, as in like this
Are you saying it's an MMO for babbies?
Well,
Are you saying that I'm a big old babby?
not in a bad way, though. As in, like, you could play this with your kids. Like, it looks like it's for all ages. Like an MMO for all ages.
Yeah. I agree with that. I don't know. I liked Microsoft's show a lot.
Yeah.
I thought they did exactly what they needed to do.
Yeah.
Because in my opinion, like going into this, my expectation was like, listen, you're not going to sell the Scorpio to everyone.
Nope.
They knew that.
Yep.
And they did that. Like they sold it to I'm sorry, Gus. They sold it to the people that would want to get it. And I think they
had a heavy emphasis on like, hey, this is real good on a 4K display, you know?
Yeah. It'll make your 1080p games look and run better too, but like you're going to get the most out of this if you got a 4K display.
I wish they
it's a powerhouse console.
Like I think it was on when we were watching the recap with Giant Bomb. I wish they did push the more, hey, it's powerful, more powerful, more powerful. Like shorter loading time. They like quickly grazed over that. Like, that's like a lot of like what I want. Like I don't want to wait in waiting times and stuff like that. They're the little things that add up to me rather than 4K. Like I've got a 4K.
Like I'll say like I do really want it. Like it's a weird thing.
No, I really do want it, but I don't want it for the price yet.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't know. We'll see where I'm at because I do have like this fucking original ass Xbox One. So
I know I haven't got the S either, so I've got the original Xbox. So
yeah, so I don't know. I thought it was a good show. Did you have any like questions about specific things from that show for us, Tony? Things you want us to know?
Microsoft,
yeah.
Okay. Let me see specific questions. See, like it's been a while now.
I'll say NATO got up and yelled when they said Xbox original games were going to be back.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
I had a Tim Geddes like Crash Bandicoot moment. Man, I fucking love my original Xbox. Like I really, really love all the games on there that have never got sequels, never been touched, and it is like. Yeah, PlayStation's been diving into their old stuff, and Xbox really hasn't. So this is a way to dive into it, like Jade Empire, Crimson Skies, which they did announce is going to be backwards compatible. So hopefully we get a few of those titles. Hunter the Reckoning, I'd love a bit of that.
Dude, yeah, fucking. Mm-hmm. No, I just thought of not Hunter.
Anything stand out to you guys in the sizzle reel?
There were a few indie games that did. This wasn't in the sizzle reel, but that Fox game. It's so cute.
Oh yeah.
Shit,
I can't remember what it's called.
Super
something.
It's Lucky or something.
Super Lucky's Tale. That's what it is.
That's the one.
Man, that game was fucking cute.
Yes.
Code Vein looks great. Still, I mean, it wasn't really a lot new there. There's a little bit of new gameplay footage, but anime Bloodborne-esque, and I'm into that.
Yeah,
I'm into that.
A lot more Japanese games than I. A big zero was what I was thinking. Yeah. No Japanese games.
What did you think of that fucking Dragon Ball Z game?
Oh man, it's like, so good.
Graphically, that game looks fucking incredible.
That game looks like it's gonna be awesome.
It looks
Yeah.
anime as hell.
I was like, because I forgot, we talked about it like last night, but I forgot that the Guilty Gear guys worked on that. So immediately when I saw it, I'm like, oh shit, it's the Guilty Gear guys.
Yeah,
Like it's like I didn't know what that meant, but yeah, seeing that game in motion, holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
Woo.
The 2.5D.
Yeah, just like the 3D models looking 2D, man. That game looked like anime in motion and it was fucking lit. Yeah, it was a good show. Tacoma, man.
Tacoma.
August 2nd.
Silent.
So excited.
Yeah. The Dark Horse.
Ori got a sequel, and man, that makes me so
The whole
happy.
thing, we were like, is it Ori? No, it's not Ori. Oh, it's Ori.
The
And then,
little sad owl came out. I was like, "Oh God, I'm broken on the inside."
yeah, you were nearly like tearing up.
Literally was nearly crying.
Yeah,
So-
it was beautiful. We hugged.
And Ori comes up and hugs the owl, and I'm like, I can't right now. Ori and the Will of the Wisps. That is awesome.
Yeah.
I thought Assassin's Creed looked good too. Like I'm very, very hesitant.
Oh yeah,
But-
it's like the water with no sign. It's just like, do I drink this water? It looks very delicious.
Yeah.
but it might be poisonous.
Yeah, because Nate and I looked at each other when there was like loot, and there was like definitely like a I don't
I
know.
really like some loot.
It's a legendary bow.
Yeah.
So, and I thought like the changes they made to the combat, like the dodging and the parrying and blocking stuff that they did,
Very Dark Soulsy. You mentioned.
very Dark Soulsy, and I was like, this could be okay. And then he was like climbing a wall again. I'm like, shit.
That's right. It's climbing.
No
in this
towers though. They showed the map, and there was like one tower.
game. The lighthouse of Alexandria.
Yeah.
it looked
So
like.
so without any tall buildings, there's no synchronization. I believe that was like rumored that because you have the eagle, there's no sinking.
Well, that's true.
So no more jumping. No, they did not show a single jump into a haystack.
True.
That's true.
So
No hiding apart from the grass.
yeah, like the stealth mechanics, I also pointed out seemed very kind of Batman-esque. They reminded me of that. So I like that looked good to me. I really want Assassin's Creed to be like a relevant, good franchise again. But like I'm always gonna be very tentative with that series at this point. But overall, yeah, Microsoft did good.
thought so.
Bethesda did good. Any closing thoughts, Tony?
More video games, please.
More video games, please. Excited for Ubisoft tomorrow?
Yeah, dude. Give me all the assassins.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Are they going to show a more extensive?
They're gonna show a different demo, I bet. What if they just show the same demo, just like with Battlefield 1 that one year, where they showed the same trailer?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, that was a bummer. Wasn't it?
That's what I want, dude. I just want to see the same trailers over and over again.
Maybe we might show some out of Animus stuff, or how they're going to flow that story.
I doubt they would show any of that at this point. Maybe they'll talk about it, but I don't think they'll show it yet. That's coming out in October as well. That's gonna do a wrap. That's gonna be the rappy. That's gonna be a wrap for us. Apparently, Devolver Digital is fucking crazy, and there was people cutting off people's heads, like fake cutting off people's heads, but like blood all over.
Really?
the
Was
thing.
it fake?
I don't know.
Straight up murder taking place at E3.
So I don't know.
Maybe it is real.
We're gonna go.
Are they doing a mass murder?
I don't know. We're
live?
looking at a screenshot that Danielle Riendo posted to the Twitter of a woman just bleeding down her face.
Good.
So we're gonna go watch that now. We're not gonna do reactions for that, but thank you to everyone tuning in.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it tomorrow.
I will. I'll put it up in one tweet.
probably.
Good.
Thank you to everyone tuning in, watching the archive or whatever. We got more reacts coming after Ubisoft and Sony tomorrow, and then Nintendo on Tuesday. Yeah, good E3 so far.
Yep.
Having a good
Yeah.
time. All right. Thanks for watching, listening, and everything, guys. We will see you next time.
Bye.